Hey Fish Fam, this is Nikachu Merfolk Master, and guess what? Theros Beyond Death, it's out, and there are two Merfolk cards, potentially that could be put in the Merfolk deck. Mire Triton and Thassa Deep Dwelling. Is this the synergy we're looking for modern Merfolk? Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to find out. Before we get into our deck tech, we're going to thank our sponsors, starting with themanabase.com. And if you want to know how a Commander player builds their decks, go check out Commander Ad Populum by Ryan Peneff on themanabase.com. Your home base for everything Magic the Gathering. And the MTG Mastermind. The MTG Mastermind is the coaching program to take your game to a whole new level. Go from being a loser to a winner in MTG tournaments. You're going to want to learn from those at the MTG Mastermind. And I have new patrons supporting me on Patreon. Thank you all so much for your support, supporting the channel, supporting modern content, Merfolk content, and Wizard content. So I would like to start thanking Burn Horde. I would like to thank McGrogger. We're going to thank William Rothrock. We're going to thank Howard Granger. And lastly, we're going to thank Brian Meeker. Thank you all so much for your support on Patreon. So, right now, the modern metagame is, like, completely shaken up. Well, not even shaken up. Nobody knows what's going to happen. So, we just had a bunch of bannings. Mox Opal, Oko Thief of Crowns, and Mycosynth Lattice have been banned. That has changed a lot of archetypes, like most of the archetypes in Modern. And we now have a new set that has come out, Theros Beyond Death. So, there's no point in making actual competitive gameplay. Let's just try to experiment with something and see what works. So, the core card that I think most people are interested in seeing is Thassa Deep Dwelling. And I do believe that this is a pretty damn good-looking card. But the question is, like, do we have enough synergy in Merfolk to get the most out of this thing? So, Thassa Deep Dwelling, for 4 mana, indestructible, 6/5 creature. If you have 5 devotion on the board, it's a creature. And at the end of at the beginning of your end step, you blink something. That's a really strong effect. And if we have something to blink every single turn, something valuable, that can accumulate a lot of advantage over the next few turns very, very quickly. Not to mention, it turns creatures into pseudo-vigilance. So, like, you can attack with something, blink it, and then it's untapped on your turn. Unfortunately, the blinking effect doesn't happen at our opponent's end step or anything like that, so we can't target Trickster and get good value out of her, because if we blink Trickster, we'll tap something at the end of our turn, but then our opponent will untap. Another really good ability, tap another target creature. That's also a legitimate good ability. So it's expensive. It is expensive, but you know what? In Modern, there's a lot of situations where your opponent is like we're up against Eldrazi Tron, and there's only like one big creature, the stupid Thought-Knot Seer, and we just can't get through it. We just tap it down, and then we start attacking. And then there's also situations like, even against Amulet Titan sometimes, they'll have this one Titan out. Okay, let's just tap it perpetually every single turn. I'm hoping that's going to be a meaningful interaction. And then there's matchups like, what else? Death Shadow. There's only like one big creature on the board. Let's just tap it down every turn. It will eat up our mana, but hopefully we are attacking with our own stuff on the ground to make up for it. So when I look at this card, like we have to try. I think we have to try to make some use out of it, like try to get value out of the blinking. So how do we do that? Well, we have Silvergill Adept already. That will be a great blink target every turn. Draw cards every single turn. That's an advantage. That will be really good if we can get that going. But what else? Like, we don't really have anything else that with Enter the Battlefield effects worthwhile. There is Harbinger of the Tides, but our opponent can sort of play around that. I don't know how good it would be. I'm not a fan of Harbinger of the Tides ever since Brazen Borrower came out. This is just a much more forcing card. But let's try Mire Triton. So, like, Mire Triton, I think, very good card for the Merfolk deck. Very, very strong. Death Touch, gains life, 2/1 creature. I think this is very strong in Merfolk. The downside is we got to go black. So we have to go with Cavern of Souls, Dark Slick Shores, Polluted Deltas, and Watery Graves.
So some Fatal Pushes in there then.
So the thing with Fatal Push is I'm going to need the black mana, and that means I can't use Cavern of Souls. It's a great question. Great question, Nikachu's brother. Yeah, we need the black mana to cast that. So that means I would have to dump Cavernous Souls and have more black mana sources. Like, what do I have here? 4, 7, 9. 9 mana isn't enough to be playing Fatal Push reliably. So I'm still playing with Dismember, and every so often we're gonna have a discount on Dismember when we have the black mana up. And if we don't, then whatever, we pay the 4 life that as we normally do. And another thing is Dismember kills everything. It kills like Reality Smasher and Gurmag Angler. Fatal Push doesn't kill everything. The advantage to Fatal Push is that you save life, but you can kill early game creatures against things like Mono Red Prowess and Burn. So Fatal Push really good in those matchups, but worse in the more mid-rangey matchups. In theory, maybe we should be going to Fatal Push because we're going to be struggling against those early game matchups, but I'm hoping Mire Triton is going to be pulling some weight there. Like against Mono Red Prowess, I'm hoping Mire Triton's going to be there to save us. So this is something we can blink every turn, just incrementally gain some life, which against a lot of mid-range decks might actually be useful, and against the against aggro decks will be useful. And we can also blink Vendilion Click, so we can use Click to target our opponent, see what's going on, and we can also target ourselves and just get rid of dead cards in our hand if they're not necessary, or even like Dismember if we're too low on life. One thing I do like about Thassa, indestructible. So if we're sinking 4 mana into this thing, we're gonna untap with her. That's the advantage. And also immediate value. So we're gonna blink something, get some value. I also like that out of Thassa. Unlike Master of Waves, you play Master of Waves, your opponent takes a turn, kills it, you don't get anything. And you don't get to untap with Master of Waves. I don't like that. So Thassa Deep Dwelling, I think in today's modern metagame is going to be worth paying 4 mana for, because we're going to hopefully get some sort of investment out of her, and we get to untap with her and use her abilities for the rest of the game. Whereas Master of Waves right now is like, he's not invincible, there's a lot of things that kill him, you sink 4 mana into him and you're not guaranteed to untap with him, and then he's useless. Thassa, we are very likely to untap with her. I didn't know what cards to put in the sideboard that are black. I mean, I considered Collective Brutality, but I'm not impressed with it. Plague Engineer doesn't seem like it's well positioned right now, although that is a very strong possibility in our deck.
I haven't seen that card in forever.
Yeah, I know, exactly, because there's just not any like creature-based decks. And another thing, I'm not playing Thoughtseize because I played a little bit with Thoughtseizes and Inquisition. It's just a sort of a non-bow with Aether Vial. It's just not worth it. Because you want to play Inquisition or Thoughtseize on turn 1, but you have to play the Aether Vial on turn 1. And then if you don't play Inquisition or Thoughtseize on turn 1, then you want to be playing your creatures on turn 2, and then you end up not doing that either. So I'm not in this build. I'm not playing it, and I've sort of copied the mana base of blue-green here. We're going with 3 Mutavaults and maxing out as many islands so I can still use Deprive. And I was wondering, what's the best shell for Mire Triton and Thassa? Should it be like an aggro Simic build, which is possible? I could have went like 3 colors and had a human's mana base, or do I want to play with Patience like the mono blue build? And I decided Mire Triton is more defensive. Let's go with the Patient build that is playing with like main deck Deprive, Click, Brazen Barber. Let's go play a Patient game and see if Mire Triton and Thassa can pull it through. So anyway, that's the deck. Let's get into our league. So we won the die roll, but this hand's terrible. I don't know, that happens when I win the die roll. I don't get good hands. This hand is competent. We'll keep this. What do I get rid of? I guess the Vial. But like, playing a second Vial is also an option. I was sort of thinking about getting rid of the Deprive.
No.
Green. Bird of Paradise.
The old goose.
I think it's Ponza. Okay. Well, we have a slow start. We might say goodbye to this land. Ooh, our opponent's going to give us Swamps. Wall of Roots. Okay, this is a combo deck, which means these Deprives are now great. Strangleroot Geist. Here comes 2-1 to my face. Land.
Land would be nice.
It would. Mire Triton. Doesn't interact well with the Strangle Root Geist.
Comes back.
Anyway, I'm gonna violin the Silver Gill Adept so we can get our... Hopefully find an island.
Come on.
No.
Son of a bitch.
This is a problem. Our opponent's ramping it to something. This is definitely a combo deck of some sort. Now our opponent has a lot of mana. Drops Messenger. It's just some sort of weird Undying deck.
Son of a bitch. Like, really? Come on. 4 card draws. 5 card draws, in fact.
I guess I can do nothing but pass. No, 4 card draws because I went first. I didn't draw a card. Okay, another Wall of Roots. All things considered, like, there's nothing dangerous here.
All we need is 1 Wrath of God.
Another Wall of Roots. So what I can do is I can block and then Trickster it, and then it won't have Undying. It won't come back.
Sounds good.
How do I do this? But ideally, I have like a Lord of Atlantis in play as well. I don't have to worry too much about my life total because we do got the Mire Triton. Mire Triton's nice.
Dumps 2 costs in the graveyard, though.
Well, who cares?
You will.
Okay. We'll deal with this stupid Grofsmet. Geralf's Messenger. Then in the future, I can, like, play Lord of Atlantis and block this thing, if necessary. Come on, Island, though. Because our opponent's, like, setting something up. Once upon a time, okay. Finding Yawgmoth. Okay. Oh, is this the Yawgmoth deck? Oh, crap, I am not familiar with this deck. Okay, but...
Yeah,
still draw a land. No, Petty Theft is not going to help me. Come on, land. Good enough. Yes, that is it. That's what I want to see. This thing is a son of a bitch. Protection from humans. Pay 1, sacrifice another creature, put a -1/-1 counter on up to 1 target creature, and draw a card. That is ridiculous. Discard a card, proliferate. Well, I can't do anything right now. There's just this giant wall in front of me.
Yeah, give Island Walk.
I don't really need black mana. My opponent has an Urborg.
Haha!
You have been foiled! They found another Yawgmoth.
Wave the Bright. Ha! Doesn't even want to do nothing.
What do I do here? I think I play Lord. Because if I draw another Lord, I'd rather keep playing them. And I've also put myself in a situation where maybe I can play a Spreading Seas at some point. See, there we go. That's what I was talking about. Yeah, so let's start attacking, because anything that blocks is going to die. Well, we'll come back, but whatever. And pass.
That's bullshit. Pay life.
That can't be good. So you're gonna play two things this turn. Whatever the hell it is. That I don't care. That I do care. Alright.
Now he's mad.
Absolutely.
How could he have it again?
Okay, so now we can start thinking about the counterattack. Yeah, we're just gonna take this. I'm gonna play the Mire Triton. Go to 8. Our opponent's only attacking for 6.
Bitch got death touch too.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. So I'll play Spreading Seas on the Peat land, so they can't draw a card. That's pretty good too. Okay, I can attack
And
for
it's a Merfolk.
7 and attack for lethal, so...
It is a Merfolk. It gets Island Walk.
It is a very weird Merfolk. It's a zombie Merfolk. Nice picture, too. Normally we'd be at 6, so I can now block the Strangleroot Geist with Trickster, or I can block a haste creature with Trickster.
Or you can just...
Because if I take 6, they could play another Messenger, and then I'm dead. What is this?
No, he's done.
They've conceded. Excellent. Oh, I guess they tried to crack this. Patient controlling Merfolk 1. Patient controlling Merfolk. So that deck was invented by Tom Ross. The genius that Tom Ross is.
No relation to Bob Ross.
So do I want...
Or Jim Ross.
How good are these things? Relic seems awkward to use. Borrower seems useless. Okay, Spreading Seas looks good because our opponent's just playing with walls, basically. If I don't have Spreading Seas, I have like no way of winning this game. I think I have to... Is Dismember any good? Kill the mana? But there's like a lot of it. Force Negation doesn't look that good. Deprive looks good, because we just have to counter Yawgmoth. The other stuff doesn't matter. The Vendilion Click is good, so that we get rid of Yawgmoth. Everything depends on what Yawgmoth. Brazen Borrower might be okay. They're probably bringing in Plague Engineer or something. So they might be bringing in Plague Engineer. Thassa Deep Dwelling seems iffy. I don't mind the Mire Triton, because our opponent's sort of going aggro really quickly. Indestructible. So long as your devotion to blue is less than 5, Thassa isn't a creature. Yeah, this is not applicable here. I don't know what else I want to bring in, though. Okay, we'll just leave it like that. It's possible one of these is important. What does Yawgmoth specifically say? I should have a video on this deck. And now,
Get out your magnifying glass.
Yeah, this picture that I see on the internet sucks.
Just go together.
There we go. Protection from humans, pay 1. Pay 1 life, sacrifice another creature. Discard. Graveyard doesn't interact with that stuff. I'm a bit in the blind. We're just gonna go with this, but I'm a bit in the blind. I should probably quickly look up this Yawgmoth deck. It's got 2 Veil of Summer in the sideboard. 1 Plague Engineer. Blood Artist, that's scary. Once Upon a Time. Chord of Calling. Oh, and Eldritch Evolution. Well, keeping those... Okay, we'll keep this, but keeping the... Keeping the Grafdigger's Cage in the sideboard was a mistake. I should bring that in. They have Chord of Calling and Eldritch Evolution. This is the first time I'm up against this deck.
And Mulligan once.
I think it's Aaron Barrich who won the SCG tournament with this thing. Let's go. Let's do this. So out of fear of Yawgmoth, should I just play like Lords?
Yes.
Hopefully the Yawgmoth's not going to get played next turn, because I have no defense against it. Just green. Oh, but this can be Yawgmoth now. Well, how do I beat this damn thing? Oh, Plague Engineer. That I can beat. What does it say? I thought it was like more than 1. Exile. Search your library for a creature card with converted mana cost X or less, where X is 2+. Yeah, so you could have got... So what's... I'll look at Yawgmoth again. Pay 1 life, sacrifice another creature. So I guess our opponent doesn't intend on sacrificing creatures. That's the deal.
Doesn't affect Fairy.
It does not affect Fairy. Do I play Fairy here? Fairy can be vulnerable. Do you know what? Let's play Fairy. They lost their land. They lost the Wall of Roots. They should wait for me to target them, because now I can target myself. And you know what? I might as well target myself and get rid of a Silvergill Adept. Dig for, what's it called? Dismember or something. Blood Artist. That thing's ugly. So position's not that bad, all things considered. Ooh, that was good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Get that damn thing off the table.
This thing's also a real son of a bitch.
And it won't cost you as much life. So
I'm wondering if I should save it though.
Nah, get rid of that Plague Engineer.
Oh wait a minute, you hold. All right, what are you doing with this Birds of Paradise? What are you doing? And I can save some life too, because I've got the Dark Slick Shores. Okay, let's hope our opponent does not have Veil of Summer again. I saw 2 in the sideboard. Oh, it looks like Veil of Summer again. Alright. That sucks, but at least we didn't pay too much life for it. We didn't pay too much life. Okay, so we can attack for...
3 in the air.
I can attack for, actually, I can attack for 5, because I can attack into this Plague Engineer. If I thought about that better, I should have played the Mutavault first. Yeah, sure, let's attack for 5. Let's get our aggro on. If they want to block with Plague Engineer. Sure. Enjoy your Veil of Summer while it's still around. I by the way, I don't have any problem with Veil of Summer.
Convoking.
Okay, chord for 3. What is this going to be? Second Plague Engineer. That's annoying.
Should put it on Fairy.
Yeah, Fairy would die. That's interesting. Okay, so what's more important here? Whatever, I guess this thing. Guess it doesn't really matter. Oh, that is nice. Okay, so that's good.
That's super tight.
And again, I get to save life. Jeez, that's nice.
Goodbye.
That usually just does not happen.
Goodbye.
Okay, there is this stupid clause though.
Eat this. 2 turn clock.
It is. Yeah, I can win next turn. So they have to dish out the goods. They have to start sacrificing creatures with their Yawgmoth. Sorry, with their Blood Artist. Please just stop doing things. Okay, that's a problem. Okay, so how many things can you sacrifice here? You gotta pay life, but it's free, basically. You don't have unlimited creatures to do this. Does probably sacrifice your Blood Artist now? Yeah. You can do sacrifice Yawgmoth now? So that was not a bad exchange for us.
Oh, I cast full retail anyway.
Sacrifice another creature, so you can't sacrifice Yawgmoth itself. Okay, I'll just attack with the Click and Mutavault. While I can.
You have a really great turn next turn.
Well, they can have a really good turn this turn. Because all they have to do is play creatures and I'm in trouble.
They have creatures to play.
Because they just play a creature, kill Lord of Atlantis. Now this doesn't have Island Walk. If they play 2 creatures, we're doomed. Because they kill this, then kill this.
Well, it can't be another one. It's legendary.
It's true. Oh, now they've got... okay, I get it. So now they get the Strangleroot Geist. And they can sacrifice this at least twice. Okay, so now they've stabilized. The damn second Veil of Summer. So what if I block this? Does that change anything? Because you're going to eat this thing anyway. Whatever, okay. It'll just happen. So now I lose Lord of Atlantis and I lose Click. Unless... What if I draw Lord here? Would that win?
I think so, because Mutavault.
What if I draw Trickster? Okay, so maybe this just wins.
Yeah.
Or it's very close. No, hold on. Maybe it just wins because I tap you, and then if you want to, you can't pay life, and then if you sacrifice this, I think this just wins. It's a nice, elegant victory in the end. Yawgmoth, you're not better than a Merfolk Trickster.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah. So I'm just attacking for 1 here, but that's all I need to attack for. And we get it. Nice. I lost to a damn Merfolk deck! Damn it! If only I could show people the power of Merfolk. All right, this is a breakout deck, and I even sideboarded badly against it, but we still won. Oh man, if I just play Grafdigger's Cage, the game's probably like over. I mean, I don't know what my opponent has still a handful of cards, so maybe they have an answer to a Grafdigger's Cage. They have to be prepared, but they didn't do anything to our Spreading Seas. So okay, we won round 1. Let's move on to round 2. We lost the die roll, and our hand has 1 land in it. So, but like this is going to be a great card on the draw. Great card on the draw. We will keep this, and I think I'm going to pitch this. One thing about Spreading Seas is if I pitch this, there's only 1 left to come. I could get rid of the Brazen Bar. I'm just going to pitch the Seas.
You don't even know what you're up against, so keep the interactive. Keep the petty theft. It's the better blue.
Oh, we're up against control. That's great. But that actually makes Mire Triton worse. Or it's just like not valuable. Well, that was terrible. Well, Deprive is going to be good if we can
get the land.
Get the land, but our opponent slams turn 3 Teferi. That's going to suck. Well then, all right, let's get risky against Detention Sphere. Well, you know what, we're not that dead. Because they're not going to win this Ether Vial war for forever. So we have 2, if we had 1 Ether Vial out, yeah, but like 2 Ether Vials, we're going to get that thing up there. And we're going to stop playing the Merfolk. I have won games against Blue Eye Control where I had just 1 land and 2 Ether Vials facing off against a Teferi. Especially game 1. They can have like a bunch of counter spells and garbage that are useless. Come on, land. I would love to attack this Teferi to death. Death to Teferi. Good enough. Excellent. This, oh, it won't work though.
Well, let's look at exchange for 8 land. An untapped land.
Do I even play Merfolk? I'd go Fairy. I guess we'll do Merfolk. Yeah, do you know what? Maybe encouraging our opponent won't be too bad. Maybe our opponent will even play Snapcaster Mage here. Nope. So we're getting closer to Deprive mana. Which is good. Pass. And at least we can play Petty Theft now. That's good. Alright. Oh, you know what's nice about Mire Triton in this matchup, actually?
No.
There's something nice. We can attack into a Colonnade.
And it'll die.
It will die. Gain some useless life. Look, we milled some garbage. Mutavaults and clicks. So I'll just tick them both up to 2 and then let it sit there.
Amazing stuff. Lord, Lord, Lord.
Lord is okay. Sure.
Could you have tapped it for something before?
I could have, but not to any usefulness.
Could have tapped it for black.
So we'll attack Teferi, put a Lord of Atlantis on the battlefield. Might Path to Exile or something now. But whatever, we have to start making our opponent do things. Path to Exile that!
Put the Trident
Guess we're gonna put the other one on the battlefield.
This Teferi's gonna die.
I hope. Unless our opponent has something to say about it. Hooray! Deprive is up. All right. The tables have turned. Come on, no verdict. I guess they don't have verdict because they could still have verdict. They just wanted to protect their Teferi.
Hell no.
I'm a little okay with this. Because I can just kill it. There's a lot of blanks in this deck. Or sorry, there's a lot of... when they look at the top 4 cards, there's a lot of blanks. One advantage, I guess, is if I... on thin ice? What the hell? Your whole game plan is on thin ice.
What does this card do?
Exiles my creature. I hope I'm not playing too weak. Okay, so this gets countered. We will attack Narset down to a point that Narset can't find something again. Although we're not allowed to draw cards for a little while. They're running out of cards, though. Ooh, Mystical Sanctuary. Get the Path to Exile back. Okay. That is a thing. It's not the biggest deal, to be honest. Astrolabe in a 2-color deck. Sure. So I tell you what I'm doing. I'm like trying to save my Deprive for like Teferi or something. Milled over incredibly good cards. Do I want to put this Trickster? I don't have a Lord yet, so I don't want to commit a Trickster to the board. Just to keep things as they are. At some point I'm going to want to tick up this Aether Vial to 3 so I can get this Brazen Borrower in play uncounterable. That's not bad. So you have Path to Exile. Okay, one will go at Narset, one will go at our opponent.
Narset lives.
Yeah, Narset will live. Okay, this is our last island. Oh no, it isn't. I put 5 islands in this deck.
That's too much value.
Yeah, this is where The Deprive is going to come in handy.
One card left in hand. 2 cards. Play a land.
And by the way, I can always Brazen Borrower this on thin ice at the right moment to get a Lord. No, that's effing greedy.
Could you petty theft?
No, because it's a land. But I can Trickster this. Okay, so our opponent's telling us they're in trouble.
With a capital T.
Do I petty theft? One problem with petty theft. Okay, I'm gonna take. So petty theft could get countered by Spell Snare. Attack for 6. I think I'm just gonna. Okay, I'm gonna take up one of these vials to 3.
You have all the 3-powered creatures in the deck.
That was incredibly good. So this is gonna be worth 9 damage. Let me attack for 9. No, but it's going to put me way too much at risk to a verdict. So I will attack for... Maybe I still attack for 6, though.
Poof.
Maybe I just don't care about Narset right now. I have nothing to draw anyway. Also, there's green in this deck.
It's not easy being green.
No, it's not,
in
apparently.
a blue-white deck.
Okay, so I have some options.
Don't expose yourself to a sweeper.
And I think... I really don't want to get hit by Spell Snare or some garbage like that. Anyway, I'm going to play this. I'm going to untap, and I'm going to leave myself the option to petty theft this on thin ice. Because it's not an instant or anything.
Good.
Sort of. I can't draw a card this turn. Do you have Cryptic Command? So can you activate... You can activate Colonnade, but let's say you activate Colonnade. And I try to petty theft. So you activate... you have enough to activate and pay for Spell Snare and block.
If he's got
Oh, whatever. It's a lot of damage anyway, because you can only block the Lord of Atlantis.
It's a lot of damage.
Oh, there is Cryptic Command. Okay, tap, draw. Sure. So each opponent can't draw more than 1 card each turn, so I can still Silvergill Adept at the end of my opponent's turn. And draw a card. What do you got the green for? Okay, so our opponent finally finds Supreme Verdict.
It will not be good enough.
Hopefully not. Another Narset. I can't do anything about that anyway.
Needs to dig. Revealing. Opt. Good.
Okay. Well, I'm going to empty my hand, that's for sure. And we'll probably kill this Narset. Okay, so Opt is the only thing left in their hand. We're about to be at card parity. Actually, so does bouncing this thing help me at all now? Spreading Seas is not that good. So I've bounced this. This is 8 power on the board.
You can deactivate.
Well, I have 7 power on the board anyway.
You can deactivate a Colonnade anyway. And it draws your card.
Just control matchups. I'm telling you, these control matchups, they're always tough. And this is my island walk. Get you back. I have 8 power. 1 Lord wins the game. But you get to replay this next turn.
Let him keep it.
Bounce.
Put the 3 flyer in the air.
And I still have this, actually, but I still have the 3 flyer. You know what? I like that. So we know you don't have... Okay, so there, we've got that. Now we're just going to take our turn. Oh, but I still have to kill this thing. I forgot. Oh well, it's still a decent chunk of free damage. Okay, and if we draw a Lord, we win. Drew a click.
Click whatever he's got.
I can. Okay, so we'll kill the Narset for sure. Oh, did I screw that up? I think on thin ice it falls off if we spreading seas the snow-covered plains. I gotta look up this card. On thin ice MTG.
It's way too common of a phrase.
Yeah. Enchant snow land you control. No, it's not the same. The land will still be snow even if I turn it into... I'm pretty sure it'll still be snow even if I turn it into an island. It just turns into a snow island. Damn.
Should you use Spring Season on Colonnade?
No, because I want to give myself the option to cast a Brazen Borrower at end of turn.
Alright.
Here comes the opt.
Can't pay for a miracle.
See, if they put it on top, I'll probably Ether Vial at their draw step.
Click at the draw.
They put it on top. Alright then.
Have to get fucked over.
Hopefully. I just have to dodge Verdict basically.
Ta-da. What did you find? That was so good.
Might be Snapcaster Mage. Maybe I just didn't have to do anything.
Well, there's one of his cards.
Okay, so I can get rid of On Thin Ice, or I can just leave it in their hand. Okay. That's actually pretty good. Can I win if I let that stay? They can only block... They can block my click. They use it on the click. I play Brazen Borrower. They can block that. They take 2, go to 4.
Just got a brick.
If I take the thing,
They can get better things.
yeah, kind of like what's the difference between letting a card go? Because if the very next card is okay, hold on. I guess if the very next card is a brick, I still win. The next card is say Teferi. That's not good. But if I attack with everything, let this thing block. They take 4, go to 2. I can still win from there if the next card is I think if the next card is Teferi. I'm not sure. I don't have a win here though.
You'll get it.
Unless I draw a Lord off of the... I have 2 draws. Hold on, they can activate this Colonnade. No, they can't if they play this. So I guess... No?
Let him keep this crap.
No, they can because they have that the snow land. Okay, I'm just gonna get rid of it and hope they don't draw better.
Sweeper.
And I hope I don't play into a counterspell when I play this Brazen Borrower. That's a very odd thing to show me, because now I know. Oh, but now you can get the Mystical Sanctuary and put something good on top. All right, so it looks like we have to like win here. So I don't like the idea of our opponent playing Cryptic Command. Alright, Island Walker would be appreciated. Or Trickster. Trickster or Island Walker are good.
Get 2 draws.
I do. Well, let's start with the Colonnade.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Lord of Atlantis! Where are you? Get another card draw. Keep spinning that wheel. We're about to see a Lord of Atlantis. Well, that's Death Touch.
I guess the thing they'll put on top of their deck is actually a Supreme Verdict. So they block the Triton? No, they have to block both 3 power creatures because they're going to lose a life playing Flooded Strand. So they're going to go to 1. Now I really wish this Ether Vial wasn't on 3.
Block wisely.
Yeah. It could be your last. I've got to play faster, though. I wonder, would they get Verdict? Or are they going to get Cryptic Command? Cryptic Command is like, okay. So what is it going to be? Okay, it's going to be Verdict. So if they brick here, what's going to be tough? Because I do think they've got, they can Verdict and activate the Colonnade. So they might have one more turn. Trickster or Lord again. Oh, they're empty-handed.
Tough spot for them.
Okay, here we go.
The end of game 1.
Yeah, this is just game 1. They don't even have white mana, actually. Oh, no, they do have white mana. The Astrolabe. Alright. Fantastic. Down to go to game 2.
Didn't even want to take the damage.
Zed's dead, baby. Zed's dead. Mire Triton, actually, okay, I like Mire Triton in this matchup. Sometimes those stupid Colonnades are a problem. So good cards here. Force of Negation is good. Borrower is good because you can play it at flash speed. We can take out 1 land. We can take out, I don't know, a fetch land. We take out the Spreading Seas. No, I don't like the relics. I don't think it's necessary. It's okay. It's okay. If I had nothing to bring in for some reason, Relic is good because it can interact with like Mystic Sanctuary and Snapcaster Mage, but like overall, it's just not that important. Like I didn't even have Relic in this game, and we still beat our opponent. Dismember I don't like at all. Okay, so we have room. I guess we can play. Okay, they have that stupid... Okay, so Thassa Deep Dwelling might be okay, because this can tap. This can tap things like that Ice Fang Quaddle and Colonnade later in the game, and potentially can get value with Click and Silver Gillidapt. So this is a game where we might get to see some action out of this card. Probably not as good as the other Thassa. Well, who knows? We'll see. We'll see.
It was a rough start in that game 1. Only 2 Aether Vials and a Mutavault.
Maybe I don't mind Chalice in these matchups. I don't have anything on 1. Actually, maybe we do want 2 Chalice. Because they've got Path to Exile and they've got...
Opt.
No, On Thin Ice.
And Opt.
And they have Opt. No, I guess we'll just do it like this. We take out 1 land... Because this is like... Mana is important in a control matchup, you know, to position our deprives and stuff. But... I mean, it's still about removal and resources. Okay, so this hand's fine. Hey, remember what I said about that Teferi, where, you know, like, if they bounced one Ether Vial, not good. But if we have multiple Ether Vials, sometimes it overloads a Teferi. And that's that. And that's just that. So I'll start off with my basic lands, although I should probably get Dark Slick Shores in.
You're a basic bitch.
Ugh. Because of Field of Ruin, so if I draw another basic land, I'll play it. Well, that is very poorly timed. Throw
a tricky out there.
I guess I'll just play a Trickster at end of turn. Or, I don't know, pending what they do, maybe I'll bounce something with Brazen Barber. Well, I'm not going to bounce Narset, though. Oh, they don't even have anything.
This could be backbreaking.
So let's, we'll throw this in front of a Counterspell. Because I might say they have a lot of Counterspells, and if they counter this, then the Aether Vial is going to resolve.
3 Lords in hand.
Well, we might as well...
Put them to a decision.
Something like that. First, let's start playing Aether Vial. So if they opt to kill the Master of the Pearl Trident, it makes me less weak to Detention Sphere. I don't know if their deck is playing that, but that's what I'm going to do. So I am just diversified, whereas if I played the Lord of Atlantis, now I only have these lords. So now they're ramping us into the Thassa, which we cannot use right now. But hey, maybe just a 5/5 creature is going to be good enough. All right, so now they're online. Hey, just whacking my opponent for 6 damage. That's pretty good too.
It's a pretty good bonk on the head, yeah.
All right, so their hand is full of stuff. Fairy.
That won't help you.
I guess we'll play the Thassa. Most mana efficient thing to do. But I'm not sure. I mean, it doesn't really do anything. Beginning of your end step. Exile up to one other target creature. I don't have any creatures. Do I? Pfft, this is a poorly designed card. Oh man. That could help time us out. Okay, I have to make sure these triggers are triggering like automatically. If there's only one trigger, just please look, this is only one trigger. Just put it on the stack immediately. I'll just say always no for now.
You can flood the board. Get Thassa up. Swing.
You can also bounce this to Fairy. Which, ending this situation is not too bad. And then if they replay it, then I can like play Trickster. Yeah, I think I'm okay with this. Oh no! Oh, Mystical Dispute. Well, fuck, that sucks too. I will not pay anything. So I guess I'll just play a Lord. We're gonna blink.
Protected. Yeah. Protected from removal. It'd be nice if it came back to the battlefield with haste.
So our opponent has Supreme Verdict mana up now. Oh, there we go. There's our value. There's the value train. I wonder, you're going to pay 4 mana to Verdict?
To Verdict 1?
Well, I don't want to... Yeah, I don't want to put more creatures on the battlefield because my opponent can just Verdict. God, I'm going to time out because of this. Okay, is there any way I can, like, auto-stack this? Please? Path to Exile? I mean, I guess. Guess that's okay. How do I auto-stack this thing? Okay, that's nice. Well, let's see what they play land, because then they can't play Verdict. If they can't play Verdict...
Wobble.
I'm hoping.
Lord. Good.
Anyway, I'm pretty fed up with this,
Board state.
fed up with this Teferi, so we're gonna kill this stupid SOB. I better not forget about the Thassa ability.
No, you should just swing that at his face.
No, I gotta get rid of this Teferi. This is getting frustrating. Eventually this Teferi's, like, can take up and then Supreme Verdict at instant speed, and that's gonna make future turns really awkward. See, now they can play that stupid Ice Fang thing, but then I'll tap it. Okay, so...
Read what's in the left.
Okay, so this will always yield. Triggers! Triggers all around. So now I can tap the Snapcaster Mage every turn. That's not bad. Pretty happy for that. Okay, do you have Verdict or not? Were you BSing me? Have you been living a life of bullshit? Because if you have the Verdict... Well, there's a Path to Exile in the graveyard. I don't... Well, I don't know. You could still have Verdict. Verdict is still on the table.
Indestructible my ass.
Another Astrolabe. Alright, so if our opponent doesn't have Verdict, we might be in good shape because we have a lot of Island Walkers here.
Ooh.
Oh, shoot. That sucks.
Put them both in, Violet Guy.
I should have... Anyway, I guess that's just the line we have to do right now. But that's not what I wanted to do. So now if our opponent verdicts, like, I can't vial something in at end of turn. I meant to, like, main phase this. Okay, so they've got the verdict.
Gets rid of their shit.
Does, but, like, whatever. That was... I should be attacking for 2 here. Actually, hold on. What if you have Mystical Dispute? For, like... Okay, I'm thinking I could play this. And I can pay 3 for the Force Negation. I'm not going to do anything. So the thing is, if they played, like, say, Big Teferi, Force Negation, they play Mystical Dispute, I don't have the mana for it.
Tap out Biggins. Biggins! Big Gubbins!
Oh god, I can't even do anything about this. Well, okay, this might not be the end of the world.
How does this thing accumulate value?
They play spells, they get 1/1 creatures with prowess. Alright, Mire Triton, do your work. So now I have to use this Force Negation to protect our creatures. Do I care about this? So you take my vial. Like, what are you even going to do with it?
I wouldn't give it to him. You got more counter spells.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna give it to them because if they already went through 2 Snapcaster Mages. I don't know how they use the third. If they have a third one, then whatever, good for them. But I milled over a Chalice of the Void and a Merfolk Trickster. Well, I can get it back if I want.
No blocks, because you don't got shit.
Yep.
I think we're going to see a victory.
So I want to save the Force Negation for a removal spell on the Master of the Pearl Trident, like Path to Exile, for example. 3? What the hell?
He's got things you don't even know about.
I guess so. Narset. I'm going to let Narset resolve. I'd like to try to counter the thing that Narset finds. Jace the Mind Sculptor, like something like that. That's what I'm talking about.
Nice old tap.
Yep.
Making them tokens though.
Okay, so again, if we draw a Lord, we win. Oh, hold on. Turn off auto yields because I can bounce something. I could bounce the Monk.
Yeah.
Because there's no point keeping this in my hand. I might as well get some value out of this. Or I can bounce Narset. And then if our opponent... Because our opponent has another activation out of this anyway. Or I can bounce a token.
Or you can bounce the thing that makes the token.
Cancel. Because if then if I draw Merfolk Trickster, that also might be valuable enough. Okay, whatever. I'll make a decision next turn. I have a lot of life to give right now. Force of Negation. Why did it go up to 3? You're going to play another of these mentors? So, like, now, if my opponent minuses, find Supreme Verdict.
No good.
Yeah, we have the Borrower.
Put it to 4.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe they've got their own Click or Borrower. And I still don't know what the last card is.
Find that opt.
It's a Fairy Time Reveler. That's a nasty card. I will attempt to counter that if it's cast.
All right.
So this is 6. Because this could kill me.
No, because you can petty theft at least one of them.
Well, if it resolves. I guess if our opponent threatens to kill me with them, I can petty theft. So this is 5, 9. Okay, so 2 prowess triggers kill me.
Didn't happen. Throw the flower on the board. Good game.
Okay, is this Verdict? Verdict and Borrower? Yeah, it's Verdict. It's not where you want those prowess triggers. So, if our opponent does not have a 3-drop that can block the Borrower, then we are in the clear.
You wouldn't have that Codal, would he?
No, Codal is 2.
Huh.
Oh, okay, they have nothing. Let's go to end of turn.
Designation in 3, 2, 1.
Alright, so it was a long, grindy matchup, but well, looks like people are still trying ban control, even though they lost the Oko. I don't know if it's enough for that Ice Fang Quaddle, but whatever. You know, it's a really good card, and of course they're also playing on thin ice. So anyway, that was round 2. Did the black cards work? Thassa was enough, I guess, as a threat that they had to remove it. And I like the Mire Triton. You know what? I like that I can attack into Colonnade with this card. I think actually it adds some value in this matchup. Will you add some opinion?
No.
Okay, we don't need his opinion. All right, so that was round 2. Let's move on to round 3. So we lost the die roll. And it's okay. The fact that we have a Mutavault makes up for the fact that it's a pretty mana heavy hand, so I'm willing to keep it. I just hope we're not going to be playing against a Thoughtseize deck, which would probably punish the shit out of this.
That guy from the band Rush recently died.
Feel the Rush. I'm not familiar with the band or the deck.
They are Canadian.
Oh. I don't pay much attention to whatever's Canadian.
You know that song, Holy Diver?
No.
Well, whatever.
You're not willing to sing it for us, are you? Where's our opponent? Okay,
they mulliganed.
This hand is better on the draw, so at least we're going to draw extra cards. At least we're going to curve out. That's some good news. Windswept Heath. Are we up against this Yawgmoth deck again? Nope. I don't know what we're up against. Mire Triton. I'm either going to play the Mire Triton or Silvergill Adept next turn. Oh no, I can't. No, yeah, I can play Silvergill Adept. This is a Merfolk. But there is a possibility I could play Mutavault. Oh, Eternal Witness finding the Windswept Heath. That is really crappy value. So what does all this mean? Well, that's not good. I'll tell you what that means. It means Vendilion Click is going to be great. We get that online.
Vendilion Click has been described as being extremely online.
Because it's not important to have Mire Triton out right now. But what the hell deck is this? Just like green-white value?
Well, it's made it
There's
to
gotta
round
be,
3.
it's gotta be some sort of gimmicky deck. There's gotta be some BS attached to this.
Neoform.
Not Neoform, but maybe another Eldritch Evolution deck. Our opponent's now looking up Mire Triton. The only thing I could think of.
A zombie Merfolk.
Yeah. Look at that picture.
Was R&D listening to me when I said they should have a zombie Merfolk?
Maybe. I think R&D watches this channel.
However, my idea was that it gets +1/+1 for every Merfolk in your graveyard.
So it looks like they've got Coco up.
That's okay, because you're going to get a counter spell.
I don't know about that. Okay, there's the Coco.
Whiff.
I guess they've got, what's it called? They got the Night of Autumn. And they're doing this right now to blow up my Aether Vial. Devoted Devastation. Alright. Okay, let's attack. If they block with Duskwatch Recruiter or whatever, I don't care. It's one of their combo pieces. They don't block, so I'm gonna click on my turn. Because if I let them untap, they could play a Collected Company or Court of Calling or something.
Something nasty.
Son of a bitch.
Take the cord.
If they cord, I can for one turn trickster this thing. And it sort of taps them out. Or I gamble on Collected Company. And they're going to draw a card off of this anyway. Well, it's a bad spot. It's a bad spot. It's a bad matchup. I guess we gamble. And pass turn. Or I could try to, maybe I should have tried to get this to flip. No, but I couldn't do that. Okay, so now in response to this, just in case, I'll trickster this. So what do I know about? I know about a Windswept Heath, that's it. Okay, so they have the Vizier, they have a Kitchen Finks, so I need to find Dismember? Even then, they still have infinite mana, so they can stack something on top of their library. Well, whatever. We're probably gonna lose game one.
No.
But we've got a lot of tools in the deck. I mean, we've got Deprive, which I like for this matchup.
Spreading Seas will turn it around.
Not sure Mire Triton is useful. Because in this matchup, this is not about like trying to prolong the game and grind them out. This is about just attack the shit out of them. Just attack, attack, attack. Win before they assemble this BS. So we need to draw something very good this turn. Something unbelievable. Nope, that's not it.
Well, swing it, and if he wants to block, then he loses.
I guess we can make a very ambitious attack. So I'll play this Lord. But the point of this is to give the illusion that I have more Lords in hand. But the I actually have... I have theoretically lethal. If I have another Lord in hand. Theoretically lethal. I don't actually have lethal. So they can just chump block with a Kitchen Finks. Any one of these creatures. How do you want to do it? Yeah, blocks seem good. Blocks seem fine. They still know about our Mire Triton, right? I showed that to them. Okay, so we are just going to make them play it out. Because that's how we do it on this channel. If you want to play some BS deck like this, you play it out. You win. You show me.
Show me how it works. Come on.
Well, I know how it works.
Oh, I
know how it works.
I need to learn.
I think, I'm. Ooh, did you top deck the Walking Ballista? Oh, okay. It's okay. I saw a Walking Ballista. That's enough for me. That's enough for me. Just move on. Let's move on with our lives. So I think, I mean, they might trim on interaction, but still, it's good to have those Grafdigger's cages in there. We'll bring in Force of Negation. Actually, I may not need Force of Negation. One thing's for sure, I don't need Thassa Deep Dwelling. I don't mind having just like 2 Spreading Seizes. I would rather be more creature dense than to have the Spreading Seize. It's a bit clunky, so having just a few Spreading Seizes is fine for this matchup. Like to compensate, let's have some Brazen Borrowers. Maybe I'll take out some Force Negations because we've got Grafdigger's Cage to deal with. Collected Company of Court and Court of Calling. But I have to take out 4 cards. I think that's where we take out Mire Triton. Does that have 22 creatures?
It's fine.
Maybe that's not fine. Maybe we just don't play with Force Negation at all. Deprive is surprisingly good in this matchup. You know what? It's actually pretty damn good. I was really impressed with how good Deprive is for this matchup. And I like these because they're just flyers. You just fly over the opponent. I like having a somewhat proactive game plan, not too reactive. Although Deprive is just like this catch-all answer. So I have 24 creatures now in the deck. Yeah, I guess that's okay. Like, Thassa's no good because you're going to have to tap out. And also Thassa's not good because of... this ability sucks. It's for the long game, and you don't want a long game in this matchup. Okay. Play with this. Maybe there's some room to like take out a land. Bring in a Force Negation. You don't want to take out all the Spreading Seizes. Like, it's just good to have this. Good to have Island Walk for the win when you need it. But I certainly am less reliant on Island Walk when I've got all the fairies. No, this is not good. Too much land. This is fine. I can keep this. Dump. Vial. Dump that vial. So I'll play Mutavault, probably with the intention of bouncing whatever they play with Brazen Borrower, just to slow them down.
Good tempo.
Good tempo.
You gonna pay that life?
Yeah, you gonna pay that life? Like, the most important thing to them are their 3 drops, I think, anyway.
Fast mana.
Well, aside from the combo pieces.
Green decks love fast mana.
I drew the Silver Gill Adept. But I could put that in play with Vial.
He may really need this thing. He might
No,
only
I doubt it.
He might just be on a one-lander with the thing thinking, oh, it won't work out.
I'm gonna play the Silvergill Adept. Abandoning plan. Like I can still play Grafdigger's Cage and bounce something next turn if necessary, and still have a pretty good board state. So now if they play, say, Devoted Druid, I can bounce that. And that would legitimately slow my opponent down by quite a bit. But overall, traditionally this is not a good matchup, but I think this particular deck has a lot of tools working for it. The clicks are good, the main deck deprives are good, we got some Grafdigger's Cages, 4 Dismembers. That is good. Anything that can kill the Devoted Druid is good. It's all good. It's all good. Swap Teeth, Giver of Runes. Okay. That's also something I can... Well, I'll probably bounce the Noble Hierarch. Okay.
That sucks.
So how do I get use out of this Brazen Borrower? Maybe I don't? I mean, I don't have to.
You can just wait for the thing that they'll cast.
Watery Grave. I guess we're just going to be aggressive. Can always bounce Giver of Runes later if that's necessary, but this is what we're going to do right now. And then I'll fetch, get a land, Grafdigger's Cage.
How does Cage affect them? What do they need from the graveyard?
But it's not from their graveyard, it's from their library. So creatures can't enter the battlefield from their library, so they can't Court of Calling creatures into play, and they can't Collected Company creatures into play, because those things come from their library.
Well, that's a real thorn up their asshole, isn't it?
It is. It's quite good. If they can't blow this up, a lot of their cards just become dead.
Feel the rush.
I don't think enough of the Merfolk community plays this card. Okay, Devoted Druid. Vizier of Remedies. Okay, so you have infinite mana, but if they can't do anything with it, then it's not a problem. It's only a problem if... It's only a problem if they have something to do with the mana. That is interesting. So now I can Petty Theft something, or I can Trickster something at upkeep. They try to protect it. I Petty Theft it. Or what can I do here? I can also attack with the Mutavault here. I can Trickster something. I can Trickster the Giver of Runes, make my opponent choose what they're gonna do this turn with Giver of Runes in order to defend themselves. Because I can attack for 8, it would be ideal. And then if Giver of Runes protects something, I can bounce it with Brazen Borrower. Well, specifically if they try to bounce, they protect this, that would be ideal, because then they don't have infinite mana. Okay, so let's try that. Then I can make a big attack. So what are you going to protect? And I guess if they protect this, I guess that's okay. I just attack with the Mutavault for 3 and still bounce this with the Borrower. Or maybe not. Maybe I just still want to... it's a tough spot.
Whatever stops.
No, okay, awesome. That was perfect. That's exactly the result that we wanted to see. Okay, so now we petty theft this. Now everything is awkward. Oh, things are still on the stack. Okay. Okay, we're empty-handed, so our opponent has perfect information. Now I'm going to attack with everything. Now, Vizier of Remedies can block the Master of the Pearl Trident, but I'm hoping they take enough damage that this is all going to be lethal in the end anyway. Because I can still get this Brazen Borrower in play at end of turn. Like, Giver Runes will be a good blockade. Alright, pass. Don't Walking Ballista me, bro.
Three.
Oh,
2.
they could play Kitchen Finks and
1.
the game was still going for quite a bit.
I had a feeling.
4 mana. You're just gonna play... What is this? 4 mana. Oh, Blist on 2, okay. Well, that's very ugly. Why would you do that? There's like no point to do that. Now I can attack with my Mutavault and my Trickster. Because they could just block with Walking Ballista and give it pro whatever. Anyway, well, Ballista still could machine gun me down.
Amazing.
It's pretty... It's okay.
Choose wisely.
Yeah. Our opponent's going to get really blown out here, I think. Or do I do it this way? Okay, hold on.
Take a moment.
If I attack the Giver of Runes... Whatever, I think this is fine. Now they have to protect Walking Ballista. But then that's when I bounce it, and then we're going to kill the Giver of Runes. And we can get a Ballista down again on 2. But it syncs up... Oh! That's interesting. That's very interesting. Okay, so now these things will trade. Alright, that was an interesting line. Wonder what their follow-up is. They have another Ballista, maybe? Because I think the Walking Ballista is very valuable, so they have to have something like... They have to have a second Ballista or something really good in their hand. From our perspective, a Walking Ballista is just a catastrophe. Hex Drinker, I do not care about this card. Maybe they have a Path to Exile in hand for my Brazen Borrower.
No.
Hence why they're playing like they don't care about it. that was a land, because I would really like to attack with this Mutavault. They have their blocks are terrible. But I think I need to get this Borrower out. Oops! Turn off auto yields. Good. I think I have time. Let's get this other Vial in play. I have a feeling this Grafdigger's Cage is doing a lot of work for us. Alright. The moment of truth. Can you kill me? Or do you just have, like... I'm hoping they have Court of Calling and all this other garbage in hand that they can't use because of Grafdigger's Cage. Put into their hand... Oh, so they have the combo. I think that's it. Look at the top cards. Yeah, okay. We lose.
Ah.
Yeah. They just did the old-fashioned way with the creatures.
Shitty combo days.
Well, you know, traditionally we've been pretty... This matchup's been pretty rough for a very long time. It was close. I don't know if they had to top deck this, or maybe that was just part of their plan. Get rid of our interaction. Then if the interaction is gone, they... I wonder, maybe we didn't have to... Well, like, are we effectively lost? Like, they have infinite mana. They can draw their entire deck of creatures. They can play infinite number of all the kitchen finxes. All the Knight of Autumns. Because they have white mana here. We have to be lost. And they can just gain life. Anyway. We lose bad Newsflash! Merfolk deck loses bad matchup. So anyway, that was round 3? Huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was round 3. Let's move on to round 4. So we lost the die roll.
They mulliganed.
They mulliganed. I guess we can keep this. It's a bit clunky, but...
They got a Goblin Avatar. They mulliganed.
They mulligan to 5. Dredge!
Go to 3 and then resign.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. They probably have more information than I do. Playing against Nikachu, it's a Merfolk deck. Oh, it is Dredge, yeah. I called it! Alright, so we could get completely run over because we do not have our second land yet. Sorry, we went... Why am I always on the draw against, like, these super fast decks? Can I not be on the play for once, please? I would appreciate it. Well, our opponent's Dredges have been crappy so far. They have an Arcomoeba.
Come at me, bro.
Go for it.
Land spreading seas. Come on.
That's it. This is really kicking me while I'm down, that's for sure. What do they have in their hand?
Bones and
Cathartic
muscles.
Oh, they did find a Dredger though. Found Dakmor Salvage. They found a Prized Amalgam. They play their salvage.
That's savage.
Do I want to dismember this Narcomoeba? You know what? This thing might be worth enough damage that I actually want to dismember this card. Sounds stupid, but like the thing is, it's going to be a blocker anyway, and if I draw a land, I really want to play Silvergill Adept and then keep playing, like I don't want to hold up Dismember anywhere else in the rest of this game. Mire Triton.
Reroll.
No, do you want, we're gonna... Well, whatever.
Let's see what happens.
And Vendillion Click is pretty bad in this matchup too, because if I click them, they get another draw, which lets them dredge again. Okay. Life from the Loom for Nothing. So the thing we had such a huge edge, and we just couldn't capitalize on it at all.
You will.
Okay, yes and hell no. Oh, screw off.
You'll see how it's good.
Well, this thing's going to 3, that's for sure. And I'm going to just click myself to get rid of these stupid Dismember from my hand. Like, I could win by now if I just had a reasonable curve. I'm getting lucky, though. My opponents just... Their dredges are garbage. Everything has been terrible for my opponent. Everything for my opponent has been just straight up nasty.
Sick. And now is your opportunity. You're going to flood the board. Everything's going to be good.
I think everything is going to go up.
Yes.
Yeah, everything's going to go up.
Stonks.
Yeah, stonks. Whatever.
You'll see.
They have one dredger. So pending what happens, if they, like, let's say they life from the loam, and there's nothing in the graveyard to dredge after that, after the dredge 3, then I could click them, see exactly what's going on. Because I think they're trying to get to 5 men and then play this stupid creature where... And I can also just opt not to take anything with the click. Anyway, I will consider my options. Right now I'm not going to play into a Conflagrate, which is a thing.
It exists.
It's a thing, yeah. It's this thing that exists. Okay, so we're going to tread carefully with this click. They did nothing with the life from the loam. Oh no, they are doing something with the life from the loam. Okay, so they... Narcomoeba. There's a Bloodghast in the graveyard. Prized Amalgam is going to trigger.
You can dismember that Prized Amalgam.
I'm going to dismember this damn thing, that's for sure. There's a bunch of dredgers, so it's pointless trying to do anything else. Just gonna have to click myself. Yeah, they're going for that new creature. Enters the battlefield, draw. I think it's discard your hand, draw 3 cards. Well, I could still click them, take it from them.
If I got it.
Whatever. I'm just gonna let them do whatever the hell they want. I'm gonna play this 5 mana card. Okay, so Ox. Discard your hand, draw 3 cards. I wish I could get rid of this Stinkweed Imp. So they're going to put a lot of cards onto the battlefield. Hopefully not too many Narcomoebas, because those are the only thing. Well, okay, whatever. We're just gonna let this resolve, see what happens. I can still win next turn.
But that's Braces.
I don't want to see any creeping chills.
There's one.
There's one, so 15. So all that's important is I find... There's 2 creeping chills? Okay, Bloodghast has haste. So it looks like I have to click myself, get rid of the other click, try to find a land. Oh, they're at 18 life? Okay, so how... 12, 17...
You gain 2 points of life.
I can gain 2 points of life, that's right.
Your graveyard is...
Well, I'm going to dismember something. Conflagrate's going to kill me. 1 creeping chill I could beat. The second one I couldn't.
You still got a good chance here.
Okay. I don't... Well, no. Okay, so 2 of these amalgams come back. Huh? What happened to the other amalgams? Oh, they didn't... They weren't seen by anything? Oh, they chose to keep them in the graveyard?
They didn't want to get too greedy.
Okay, so now what do I do? Okay, we're going to click myself. I think we're going to take a click.
Hope to get a 2-drop.
I don't even know what I'm hoping for here. I really don't know. This thing can block, right? Of course. I don't even know what the correct thing to take. Like, that's a good card.
And you should play Lords right now. Because if you can put 2 more Lords on the battlefield, get a land, play Spreading Seas, what does that put them to?
If I have 5. Okay, so if I play the Lord, 2 more, that's 5, 10, 14, 17 damage.
And that's with the click flying?
Yes. Did I calculate that right? 5, 10, 14, 17 damage. Five, 10, 14, 17. Click is just not enough. What if I put the Mire Triton in play first? And then make everything a 16, 16. Make everything a 6, 6. Because I could, in theory, if I draw a land, I don't need the Spreading Seas. I just play another Lord. Put 3 Lords on the battlefield. That would be 6, 12, 15 damage. Because Narcomoeba can block. This is just a perfect situation. Our opponent doesn't die. Another good draw would have been Trickster. Because then I dismember Trickster something and then attack for what's likely probably lethal. Or I would just have a better chance of winning. Maybe I should have kept the click in my hand. No, I can't keep the click in my hand. Okay, what if I dismember this? Put the Mire Triton in play.
What if you just put a wall in front of him and don't attack?
Huh?
The only thing you're dodging is a Conflagrate, right? Because he wouldn't be able to attack into you.
Yeah, Conflagrate will kill me. Okay, so hold on. That's a good question. There's 2 life from the Loams. So you can loam once for 3 cards. Loam, okay, Dredge, loam to hand. You have 4 cards. Use loam, get 3 cards. You go to 6. So you 6 me. This blood gas is going to be lethal too. Well, I can go up on life with Mire Triton. What else is in my hand that can help me? Okay, let's just play Lords, I guess. And then we're just gonna have to put up a defense.
Just put up a huge fucking wall that he can't do nothing about.
Then hope to win the very next turn afterwards.
Yes, no, no. There she is. Spreading Seas also draws you a card. You should just play 3 Lords, I guess.
I'm not miscalculating this, right? Well, I'm definitely not going to play Spreading Seas. I need to put as many creatures on the battlefield as possible. And then try to win next turn. I think.
Yep.
I don't know. Maybe maybe I had to attack or something.
Just have to dodge a Conflagrate. You can't attack into any of this.
Well, they have a Conflagrate in the graveyard.
Right.
But they can only get to 6 cards in hand, so I'm alive. Anyway, I don't know what the... They don't have an island, unfortunately.
Well, play the thing and get the 2 pieces of life then. Just as insurance.
Oh, these things come back anyway. Okay, I think we're just dead. Just nothing I could do. Five, 10, 14, 17. Just 1 life short. Why couldn't you deal damage, Mire Triton? So the way we can maybe get out of this is our opponent just gets greedy with Conflagrate right now. That does not appear to be the case. Also, I don't even want to block the Ox. So, like, no matter how we block this, we're just dead. I'm just gonna.
Are you sure?
Yeah, like, if I like chump block, then they just conflagrate every single creature that I have, and it just doesn't matter. They like conflagrate for 1. I may not even be able to live through this attack, because they can still conflagrate for 5, and I've got 2 blockers. But the problem is, if I chump block everything, it's just very easy for my entire board to like get dismantled.
All right.
And I sort of don't want to show him the Mire Triton. Alright, so good cards. Force Negation is a good card. Grafdigger's Cage is a good card. Relic is a good card. Not in love with Spreading Seas, but sometimes it's just necessary. Thassa, again, not... Okay, Dismember is definitely not good here. I hate Deprive in this matchup. I guess we have nothing else to side in. Raisin Bar was sort of crappy. Maybe Borrower is better than Click, I'm not sure. I have 26 creatures in here. This is a big creature, but the Blink ability sucks. It's not very good. I guess it's better than nothing. Mire Triton's not that great. Yeah, I'll bring in the Spreading Seas. Sometimes we can win. Spreading Seas on turn 2 is not too bad.
Sometimes all they got is just the 1 land and the horn.
Ugh. Well, I have a lot of interaction, so I'm not like too disappointed into the matchup. I am just disappointed that we had ample opportunity to win, and our deck played as slow as possible, given the fact that they had a really slow start. This hand, I think, is bad on the play. We have no no interaction, and again, it's like really clunky. I don't want to be clunky against Dredge.
Spin the wheel.
But it's Threat Dance. Okay, I'm gonna mulligan. Mulligan once. There we go. This hand has a lot of interaction.
Keep with 6.
And I'll pitch.
Go to 5 again. Come on.
She'll pitch Ether Vial. Because I need to get the mana to play Vendilion Click.
They went to 5.
Yeah, they can do that. So we have a bit of a curve. Turn 1,
4.
Cage. Turn 2, Spreading Seas.
You're not going to 3. There's no way.
Oh, they can... Don't underestimate Dredge. They can do whatever the hell they want.
Alright, it keeps 4.
Enjoy.
3, 2.
No, I have like no attack, so they can still like hard cast creatures and stuff like that. Damn, they didn't do anything with their Bloodstained Mire.
Stained with blood. It's no good anymore.
So hopefully they don't have Nature's Claim. I don't need to use the Spreading Seas. I mean, I can pitch it to Force Negation. But I really prefer to win those game 1s versus Dredge.
It's always good.
Because, like, you know, Dredge is a dangerous matchup, so if I win game 2, then I still now have to suffer for game 3. So close, so close.
Here, we'll take him off this 1 land.
No, they're doing this at end of turn.
still gonna take them off it though.
Here's a question. They cathartic. I guess if they cathartic reunion, yeah, I gotta force negation that.
That's the 3 red, right?
What?
Cathartic reunion.
No. 1 red, 1 generic. Draws 3 cards.
Oh.
Discard your hand. Discard 2 cards, draw 3 cards.
Maybe that's a legacy card.
It's Faithless Looting's big sister. Hell no. Absolutely not.
I was hoping you were gonna toss the click.
You should my upkeep. Well, you thought I had deprive against you? Probably. Oh god. Please don't tell me you have another one of these. Do you mulligan a 4 just to destroy my Grafdigger's cages? Discard a card if you do draw a card. Okay, that's fine. Get rid of Stinkweed Imp.
It's a Drudger.
It's a Dredger. Guess I might as well click them at their draw step.
Does not dredge.
Well, they can't. Oh, actually, no, they can. They can dredge.
Yeah,
They can dredge all they want. They just don't do it. It just doesn't do anything. Okay, I'm just gonna do this to look at their hand, I guess. Imp, Cathartic Reunion. Cathartic Reunion can be an answer. Or I can find answers. I think I'm going to take this Cathartic Reunion. So now the option to dredge if they want to. And still choose not to dredge.
Dirge.
They still don't have a 5th land.
Alright.
Let's get going.
Land. Alright.
Alright, we spewed our hand on the battlefield. And our opponent has nothing to do.
That's why they're playing Dredge.
Or maybe they do have something to do this turn. Merchant of the Veil. Whenever Stinkweed Imp deals combat damage to a creature, destroy that creature. Fair. Ooh, that's good. Petty
Goodbye.
Theft. Boing.
Goodbye.
That's tempo. Why do they put it in the same zone?
Keep them separate.
Can I cast your Merchant of the Veil? There's only one exile zone. There isn't 2. There's a lot of weird stuff with exile. The exile zone was very complicated. Alright. Grafdigger's Cage definitely won that one.
He tried to get rid of it early.
I was impressed with Brazen Borrower. But Click did something too. Whatever. Just keep this. They had the Nature's Claim. They had the Nature's Claim. I think a really important decision in that game, though, was to, I'll keep this, was to, when I mulliganed, to get rid of the Ether Vial instead of something else, because I only had 2 lands, and I really needed to curve into that Click, and the mana was more, like, actual lands were more important than Ether Vial.
Well, he's finally got a good opener. He only went to 6 this time.
Only 6. We're drawing lands, that's good. I'm definitely willing to force negating Cathartic Reunion. Sure.
What for?
So it's in the graveyard. Next turn they flash it back. Discard their hand. It's fine. It's definitely something I don't care about. Oh, actually they're going to be in a lot of trouble because I'm going to relic it. This plan backfired real badly, really quickly.
Sorry. You can say no.
No, I can't.
Oh, yeah, it's on your turn. Just has to happen then.
So what, do I do anything? Do I care? I guess not. Okay, we'll just let that happen, and I'll just take my time with this. I think they should go after this and force the issue. Anyway, I'm gonna baby this relic. Maybe I could afford to play the Ether Vial, because then they have to play, if they want to play something like, what's it called? Nature's Claim, I could still force negate it. You hit me for 2. Do I care? Not really.
How did you gain life?
Oh, a Nature's Claim.
Oh, right, yeah, it does that thing.
You always forget about the Nature's Claim. You get so excited when you see this card.
Hey, it could be backbreaking against them. They ain't got no use for blue mana, except for Narcomoeba. He doesn't got a horn out yet. It's turn 3, still it's on 2 lands. Could be real bad.
So I'm just gonna play. I'm just gonna play Ether Vial. They can dredge once, whatever. If there's anything important in the graveyard, we exile it with Relic. We have a little bit of room to play patiently. Hopefully we can draw one more land, then we can start playing Silver Gill Adepts and hold up Relic at the same time.
Tough choice here.
Well, it is not. Our opponent might not even know priority has been passed to them. But I am certainly feeling good about this. This is game 3, right? Yeah, I'm certainly feeling good about this game 3. I think it's, I wouldn't say it's in the books or anything like that, but we have a handful of cards. Our opponent does not. Well, they have 2 cards in hand. Is there some value to just exiling this, just relicking this stupid thing? Because if they brick on their... Well, the Dredge is large. It's Dredge 5.
Don't let him have it.
Because I still have Force and Negation. Maybe I should just crack this relic.
Draws you a card.
Yeah, everyone wins.
Well, except for him. Also, you didn't say hi, good luck.
Oh. Well, I'm not going to do it now. It would be really bad timing. Right when I exile their graveyard.
Hi, good luck.
Yeah. That's the absolute worst. Not many people do the high good luck.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like I get so many opponents who are like so surprised that I said hi good luck to them. They're like, wow, I'm so sorry. I didn't see it in the chat. And like, and it's because like most people don't say hi good luck. They're just like, come on, let's get this over with. Let's do this. Let's get to business here.
It's like ripping off a bandage. Let's just get it over with.
Yeah.
There's nothing good about it.
Stomping ground. I think our opponent's double queuing at this point.
That's what Dredge would do.
Okay, I'll exile the graveyards. Darkslick Shores is good. Let's just start playing some creatures.
Play Spicy's next turn.
Yeah. Well, I actually really want to pitch the Spreading Seas to force a negation.
Don't play a land. Make my Spreading Seas play even better.
The Dredge 5 is large. If it was Dredge 3, maybe I can gamble it. Dredge 5 is a lot. Screw it. Alright. I know what I'm doing. Anyway, so that was round 4. Let's move on to round 5. We won the die roll, and that's good, because this hand... I like the hand. We're going to keep it.
We're going to see more salvage from your opponent.
You think so? Based on that avatar?
No, it's just a card.
Nikachu's brother's random card of the day. More salvage. Our opponent said hello back. I said hi, good luck. Here's the question. Do I play Watergrave tapped? I think I do. But, you know, playing lands untapped allows me to play Dismember.
You could just play it, take the 2 life.
I'm going to pay like 6 life for this Dismember. I don't want to do that. That's not...
Well,
our opponent says, folks. Yes.
You were going to pay life anyway with this.
Our opponent knows, so our opponent knows who I am. Now they go, G, good luck, big capital letters. I don't know if that's very welcoming or very threatening.
6. 5. Another Dredger.
Wow. Could you smell the more salvage or something?
It stinks. It's the smell.
If there is such a thing. Yeah, it's very possible this is Dredge again. A lot of people are going to be playtesting Dredge because Dredge got some very serious new tools. Like that Ox. Oh, we're going to do this. Pay 2 life? No. Although this might throw my opponent for a loop. Watery Grave Tab, what the hell? Thought this was Merfolk.
There's Black Merfolk now.
Oh! I don't know if I'm happy or not. I guess I'm okay. I guess I have to play that first. Mire Triton. Not particularly useful here. So we're up against just classic Tron.
It'd be nice if this new Merfolk you could choose for them to dump 2 cards.
Oh, that's great. They don't have the mana yet. Sylvan Scrying.
Someone give Sylvan a tissue. He's always crying.
Okay, so we have... Okay, that's good. We have some turns that we can just wail on our opponent. So we have a few options here. I can, like... One of them is I can play Click.
See what he's packing.
I don't even know if I want to click them. I can click myself, get rid of the Dismember. But, you know, clicking them to try to, like, get rid of another Sylvan Scrying. The other option is maximize the amount of damage I get on the board here. So it would start with Click, and then next turn maybe Mire Triton. Also, if I click them, I also get to know...
How far away?
Yeah, how far away we are here from winning. Do I play the Polluted Delta?
No, you should play the Mutable attacks.
Yeah, but there's a 0% chance I'm attacking with it next turn. So I guess we'll play the Polluted Delta. Also filter stuff out of my hand. Or sorry, filter lands out of my deck. And who knows, maybe I'll hit a Walking Ballista here. Karn, Field of the Dead, Chromatic Spirit Expedition map. So map does...
What Nintendo don't.
Well, they actually have nothing here. They have a bunch of cantrips. Okay, can I win next turn? I can... No, I can only attack for like 6, go down to 12. Okay, no, I can attack for... I'm trying to calculate how well I can use this deprive. Because they can't do anything. I could do nothing. So next turn, I play Mire Triton, hold up deprive, attack for 5. They go to 13. Then last turn, I play Lord of Atlantis, attack for 3, 6, 9, 12.
Remember, he's got nothing.
I think... Yeah, they've got nothing. And you know what? I'm just not going to take anything.
And Lattice is banned.
It's very close. And then the Mutavault, even if they go to 1, Mutavault should hopefully finish them off. They don't have Lattice, but they've now played like Mindslaver. Mindslaver, Platinum Angel, which we can kill with the Dismember.
Play all your cantrips.
So they're going to have a lot of mana next turn. Attack for 5 goes down to 12. No, sorry, 13. Yeah. Not much else I can do about that.
The deprive will keep you going. It'll be good.
Oops. Undo. Close but no donuts.
Deprive will keep you afloat for 1 turn. Dump lands. Good.
Doesn't really matter. I can't do anything with the mana anyway. So our opponent's gonna have a crap load of mana. They just can't do anything with it. They're definitely gonna play. They'll play Karn. I'm gonna deprive it. Or do I? I can also deprive just the thing that they find with Karn. So hold on, what do they have here? They don't have... Where's this mine anymore? We don't have this expedition map.
They might throw a bridge out there.
I see these things twice. They have 4 cards left in their hand. This is confusing. Maybe I saw Urza's... Yeah, I definitely saw Urza's power plant twice. So now Karn the Great Crater. Okay, so they have Chromatic, Sphere, Star, Field of Ruin. 6 mana left.
Fetch for a new again or something.
You know what? Yeah, we're just gonna deal with this thing right now. Oh, they've got Field of Ruin, so they can still find an answer. And then Field of Ruin the Mutavault. So let's hope they don't find an answer. They have 2 cantrips here.
He's got 1 green.
So Chromatic Star probably going to get cast here. Thrag Tusk. It's actually not too bad. So finally, these Dismembers are going to come in hand. Strangely enough. What's the best way to do this, though? I could just Dismember twice, attack for 6, 9.
What, he's tougher than 5? No, is it 5?
Or I Dismember once. Because if my opponent finds Wormcoil Engine, I'm certainly going to want to do something about that. They still have a power plant in hand? Or do they not have a power plant? Chromatic Star and Field of Ruin.
Reveal the footage.
I'm going to take 8 life to do this too. Okay, whatever. It's just what we got to do. So what I can do is I can play Lord of Atlantis attack. They block. I Dismember, remove it from combat. I keep my creatures. They still take 6 damage. They go to 12. And... at least I have something for, like, Wormcoil Engine. But is that enough? It may not be enough. I can just play Lord of Atlantis, attack with everything. They get hit for 9. They can block mute. No, they can just block one of the creatures. Deal with Mutavault later.
You can play.
Okay, so we're just gonna put our opponents to a decision for all their chips.
Play the land.
I already played a land for the turn.
Oh. Whoops.
Okay, Beast comes into play.
At least this never won't hurt so much.
Okay, we need our opponent to rip 2 bricks for the next 2 turns. 2 bricks.
You only have a few good cards in the deck.
Certainly a lot of fluff in this deck. Okay, that's a good sign. Draw something good. Would you draw another Thrag Daddy?
Floating a green.
Swag Tusk. That was quite a meme at the time.
Are you kidding?
Okay, so... Well, now I'm just going to outright attack into this thing. 14. Definitely not attacking for enough. Oh, and Field of Ruin can now block. That sucks. Or sorry, Field of Ruin can now answer the Mutavault. That was definitely not one of the cards I wanted to see.
Spreading Season to Lord.
It's not bad, because it will still attack for lethal next turn. I'm going to play the Silvergill Adept now, just in case they tried to Field of Ruin later. Because let's say I draw a another Dismember. I can play that off of 1 land. Get my island. Okay, so they can make good blocking decisions here. So I'm just going to attack with a click, it looks like. But they go to 11, and I have lethal by next turn, so again, they're in a situation where they got to find the goods. They have 1 random card, but I'm assuming it's garbage. Oh, I'm stupid. Whatever.
He has too much information.
My islands are here. You said that was a good thing.
Yeah, it is.
So, forget everything I said about this. I wasn't paying attention to my land count in my deck. Okay, we're spinning the wheel again. Come on, there's a lot of bricks. There's a lot of good stuff, but there's also a lot of bricks. Okay, that's a brick. Our opponent's ready, they might resign. When they are ready. You can block this. 3, 6, 8, 11. Oh, they can... No, but Blaststone comes into play tapped. Oh, no, it doesn't? No. It comes to play untapped, but it's at 1.
Not good enough.
No, it is not. Not by a long shot. I don't think Dismember does anything here. 11 damage. Exaxes.
No matter which way you slice it.
At least the way I count, that's 11 damage. Death Touch! Not that it matters. Alright, we win. Classic Tron. The old-fashioned Tron. Some people think Tron is going to come back. Let's see if it's true. So cards good here.
Some people think Disco is going to come back.
Chalice is fine. Maybe we don't want okay, let's start with 2 and then we'll figure it out from there. Force Negation is very good. Flash Speed cards are very good. Spreading Seas is very good. What is not good against Tron? Dismember actually helped a little bit, but in general it's garbage. This Thassa is just way too expensive and won't actually do anything. Mire Triton's actually not good either. I have 26 creatures. Yeah, I can go to 22. We'll get rid of the Mire Triton. Mire Triton's not good. Yeah, I just want boatloads of interaction and counter spells. 2 Chalice are fine. Chalice is fine because you play it on 1 and GG sometimes. Chromatic Spheres, the Expedition maps. It's not as good on the draw. Not nearly as good on the draw, but still a card. All in a day's work here.
I'm gonna say 4-1. You only lost to a stupid deck.
I'm not in love with this hand. We have a lot of good... But the problem is, like, if I mulligan to, like, Force and Negation, the hand gets worse. But this Ether Vial is not very good here. Yeah, we can mulligan to a little bit better hand. That's what I was talking about, but...
You can pitch 1 force for the other force.
I'm going to keep this. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. We'll get rid of... I'll tell you what an option is. We could get rid of an Ether Vial, and then just pray we draw another land soon. And then just try to win with these Lord of Atlantis and this Trickster. Do you know what? I'm going to take that line. Because this Vial is going to be so slow. I mean, I understand we have cards to slow our opponent down, but if we take one of the blue cards away, then we're just not going to have any threats.
Getting rid of a turn 1 Expedition map would be pretty tight.
I'm absolutely going to do that. I'm not going to get rid of that, though.
That just draws any card, right?
Yeah.
So yes, we can draw Bobkiss.
Okay, nothing to be concerned about yet. And I'm not going to crack this because I want to maximize the number of lands in my deck to draw. So we just can't beat Natural Tron. If they have Natural Tron, we're in trouble. Yeah, we'll let that resolve. Hopefully that's not a blunder. They find Chromatic Sphere. Alright, that's good. That's one of the crappier things to find. Oh, they already have. They already have stuff. Alright. Come on, land. Boop! That's a good card. Alright, let's see if we can... Let's see if we can just slow our opponent down. I mean, if they have Tron, we just force a negation. I don't know, Karn the Great Creator, rip a land, play Spreading Seas. That could be fine. Sure. We're both in the same camp of slow start everything. Come on, land. Uh-oh. Well, now I want that. Given how the hand has played out now...
It'll be fine.
I definitely want that back. I want the Ether Vial back.
It'll be okay.
Okay, I guess we have to dump a Borrower. So we're probably not playing this thing. The first thing on my mind to exile is the Deprive, because we're just not going to cast this thing. You have 10 mana? So this could be Ulamog. It's a Karn. Well, we can't beat a Karn, so...
What now, bitch?
Hopefully it resolves. That's what now. What was the last thing they just played? The Mine?
Yeah. Ooh.
Whatever. It's unfortunate, but we'll just have to live with it. Yeah, we're just losing this. I do not regret my decision, though. I do not regret the decision to bottom the vial. Because Force of Negation plays very badly with... Okay, I was just curious. Let's see what they're going to find. Like, what is in your sideboard?
What's your boogeyman?
Yeah, like Platinum Angel? Like, we don't care about Platinum Angel. But I most definitely don't regret how I played this game. Liquid metal coating.
That's Karn's Flex Seal.
Pretty useless. Okay, whatever. I'm not even gonna play this card. We're just dead. We're just super dead.
Turn 3 will be great.
I just want to see what else is in their deck, or what else is in their sideboard for Karn. That's all I want to know. I guess we would have won if I just kept that Ether Vial hand. Problem is, we only need one land. Okay, so that starts to strip mine me.
I bet that's the first time that's ever happened.
Karn. Okay, we just concede. Whatever. They might not show me what the hell they have.
Unfortunate.
You're telling me. Saying, well, whatever. It's Tron. I'm confident in games 2 and 3.
It's 4 turns and no second land. What are the odds?
I don't know. Very high when I play. It's incredibly high. So... let's just run it. Run it back.
Chalice on 1 could be hot.
It could be. I'm gonna leave the third one in the sideboard because I just want everything else. I have more confidence with the other cards. And Chalice of the Void is sometimes high variance. Yeah, we're gonna keep this. It's slow on the play, but we have 2 spreading seizes, so there's a higher return when it works out. You know what? Maybe I should play the third Chalice, and the reason for that is it undermines Veil of Summer. So my opponent can just set up situations where they play, I don't know, Karn, and they have green mana, and they Veil of Summer my Force of Negation.
Thank you.
Yeah, it is appreciated. Alright, so...
This party started.
I can't do anything else with my mana. Well, there is something else I can do with my mana. I can attack. Whatever. By doing this, I might free up a chance to play Click next turn. If I draw a land. If I draw... Ether Vials will not work.
No land drop gone. That would be so sweet.
Oh, please. They're going to play something.
Do you have an answer for it with that green?
Field of Ruin. That's not a good card for them. I wish this was a blue card. Yeah, but I could just Spreading Seize it.
Alright.
But this sort of tells me they don't have lands, period. What if they find, like, a green source?
Goodbye, Click.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, let's...
Spreading Seas is good against their mana. Typically, there's a creature that draws cards.
Okay. This is a risky play. But, like, when they play this Field of Ruin... Oh, but this Field of Ruin can deal with this Mutavault. Anyway, it's a risky play. I have to now put a lot of pressure on my opponent.
Here it comes. Lord!
No, no Lord.
I actually thought you were going to Spreading Seas the field.
No. I'm going to Spreading Seas the Tron land. Or that. I guess that actually that won't do anything. No, yeah, I'll Spreading Seas that.
Might blow it up now to get rid of your vials.
They might. If they do, I'd be pretty happy with that exchange. Okay. It's fine with me. Okay. So we're now in trouble because I got rid of that click.
Nah.
Maybe the right thing to do is get rid of the Spreading Seas.
You'll see how
If I wanted to destroy a land. The game is tough.
Goodbye, Blast.
Or do I? Like, I don't care if they... Or do I? Meh, maybe I care. Maybe just Spreading Seas this right now. I am in a position where I can start tempoing out my opponent. Because I do have the Deprive, so we're going to start dumping creatures on the battlefield really quickly.
That won't help you.
I can. They can also look for another blast zone with this expedition map. Yeah, if I were to change anything, I would have kept the click and got rid of the Spreading Seas, just so that I have... it's really tough. It's really hard to tell. I didn't have the mana for it at the time. It's very tough. I would say we're, if I can find a Lord, I would say we are winning. If I can't find a Lord, I think we're losing. Because I don't know if this is enough. Our opponent's playing really greedy with these Chromatic Spheres. Super greedy. Okay. Well, now you can't even find a land this turn. What's the point? Can't play a land. You already played a land, so anything you draw is useless. Oh, unless you have Ancient Stirrings in hand, which apparently you don't. Okay, we'll put these files to 2.
So many good
Whoops.
2-drops.
Always yield. This will be yes. This one will be no. Okay, I don't mind that, but it can still get undermined by Veil of Summer, and our opponent has a handful of like something really good. But we do have a 2-turn clock from here. Come on, Swag Tusk. Not Swag Tusk. Yeah, see?
But can he pop the stone? Not with that 1 mana.
Yeah, but they'll do it next turn for sure. So I need a bounce spell now?
2, 4, 6, 8. And then he's in trouble. Oh wait, no, just 2, 4, 6.
Guess I just attack for 4. If I draw a Brazen Borrower, it will be good. I think.
You are late.
Yeah, you were very late. They still don't have Tron. They have another dilemma. If they pop the Oblivion Stone, they blow up their expedition map. Ugh. Is this wrong? This is late. So
It'll still be a flyer after it pops.
you know what? Fuck, you are very right. It will be still a flyer after it pops, and they take the 4 damage, and it will also dodge Blast Zone. Alright.
Whatever they've got, it's got to be amazing. Here we go.
Are they going to blow this up? Blow up their expedition map? I'm totally fine with that. Do you have Tron all along?
Slam the... It's alright, you got answers. You got one answer. Tap out answers. Huge, in fact.
How much do I care about? Well...
Counter what it finds.
I can only imagine my opponent's hand is just full of really good stuff.
No summers though.
Or they're just saving their summer for the real thing.
Are you done?
Apparently not. Another card in the Great Crater. Okay, so what are we trying to beat now? I certainly think we're losing now. Ensnaring Bridge. Funny enough, I can sort of beat that. Not very well, but I can beat that.
If you had one more mana, it'd be hard.
I guess I'll play this. This is late. I mean, if I got this earlier, this would have just destroyed my opponent. I mean, yeah, it would have been close to a concede. This card has a lot of problems. They can find liquid metal coating, then... or no, they can just turn this into a creature and then it just dies, right? Yeah. So, that was very, very late. I think we're just gonna lose.
No.
I can't find a way to win this game because I can't get rid of this Karn. And I can't get rid of the Blast Zone as well. Yeah. Is it safe to say we're lost? I think it's safe to say we're lost.
You just need to deal 4 points of damage. You have a flyer.
Yeah, but they have an Ensnaring Bridge here, and I can't deal with it. Or not very well. Okay, so what are our options? How long until you ultimate? Oh, you're really close. Because if I could just rip lands, bounce, attack for 3, and then try to do it one more time. But it looks like I actually have to bounce the Ugin. Do I have another Brazen Borrower? Yeah, I have all 4 in the deck. Problem is, I can't even hope for spreading seas because of the blast zone. But I might have misplayed the spreading. Well, it was really tough, my situation, and game 2 was like BS. I can't beat the Walking Ballista. All right, good game.
I count this league as a 4-1.
No, I don't. Like, you know, sometimes you just lose. It was a close match. Maybe I could have played it better. But like maybe I should lean harder on the Chalice on the play, just because of Veil of Summer. I mean that Veil of Summer is actually what made us lose. We would have been way ahead if there wasn't Veil of Summer. Our opponent protected a lot of their spells. We would have just tempoed out our opponent, but because they had a counterspell to our counterspells, that was a big deal. So having maybe bringing all the chalices in are better than having something. I don't know, something. Maybe it's better than another click, or maybe one land. I could take out a land. We don't need all 20 land against Tron. 19 land is enough, in my opinion.
4-1.
I don't think so. But let's reflect now on the deck. What worked, what didn't. Thassa just doesn't work. Like there's just not enough synergy in this deck. We didn't see Thassa enough, but still, there's just not enough synergy in the deck. I think the other Thassa, the 3-mana Thassa, is just way better. It's way better. Thassa Deep Dwelling is just going to be for a deck that has a lot of enter the battlefield effects. The fact that we just play with the core lords and Merfolk Trickster just puts a ton of creatures in this deck that it just doesn't care. I think if we can blink Silvergill Adept, that would be good. If we can blink Click every turn, that would be okay, but not like super amazing. It'll be okay though. Blinking Mire Triton, I think, is not going to be valuable in the matchups where we want to actually really grind value. Because like even if we have this against Burn, we'll try to blink it, they'll just kill it. I mean, that's okay, but it's not mind blowing. So Thassa, no good. Mire Triton though, I think this card is really good. I think the card was great. And we didn't even face against the decks where it would have been super amazing. I think this would have stone blocked humans and Burn and Prowess and Death Shadow and Jund and Rock decks, and it still was useful even against Control when we were up against it. It was just like, what was the one, like maybe just Tron it just wasn't good against? Yeah, I think it wasn't good against Tron, but I think overall it will be it was okay. It's just a matter of like, what's the best way of utilizing black mana? What's the maybe the card will get even better when there's a blue-black Horizon land, which doesn't exist yet. Dismember, of course, very good.
So
and we actually saved a lot of life. It makes me wonder if we're gonna play with all of the Dismembers. You know, maybe playing with Dark Slick Shores was really bad when we were playing with Master of Waves, and it was also really bad when Blood Moon was prevalent. But Master of Waves is really bad right now. Blood Moon is like also like extinct, basically. So maybe maybe it's time. Well, I mean, if you're playing mono blue, you might still want to play with Castle Vantress. But hey, do you know what? I did appreciate only having to pay 2 life instead of 4 life when I played Dismember, and we did that several times. I thought that was valuable. So anyway, if anyone wants to further innovate with Mire Triton, they're welcome to do so. I don't know if there's enough pull to it that right now for me to play Mire Triton. It's certainly a very good card, but to go this way with the mana base, maybe there's something there, but I think I would just rather just go complete mono blue, play with Castle Vantress or some Fairy Conclaves or something. But I hope it was an interesting league.
Yeah.
I think, what was the other matchup we lost? No, I did not go 5-0. Oh, we lost to the Devoted Company deck.
Crap.
Yeah. Whatever. You win some, you lose some.
That wasn't a loss.
Thing was okay.
That person wasn't even playing Magic.
So we're going to thank all my patrons supporting me on Patreon. We're also going to thank the ManaBase.com and the MTG Mastermind for being our sponsors. This has been Nikachu with his brother, playing with Merfolk in Modern.